right, welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we break down the current state of wrestling. We take a look at the latest from Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. We discuss Saturday night's main event, AEW Double or Nothing, AAA, and Clash in Italy. Plus, we give our Bueno and No Bueno from across the wrestling world. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on! Hola, primo. What is... I see, like you were adjusting the camera. I like that. That was just like...
Yeah, gotta make moves, you're kind of waving.
Yeah, man. What's up, bro? How you been?
Shit, man. I'm all right, man. You know, I'm here, living the dream, man. Wearing my new Primos merch. You know, got my new Primos hat swag and my bracelet, Javon Evans style.
Hey.
You know, so I'm good, man. I'm good. Other than that, just it's been a while, man. How are you? We haven't been here in a minute, man. So how have you been?
Good, bro. Just coming back off the cruise. We went on a cruise. Fun, you know, got the drink package. So we were just getting tan and enjoying some Bahama Mamas and all the delicious food we could eat. And now I'm just ready to get back to reality, get back to work, both in life and podcast. And then also...
Nobody wants to go back to work in life.
Yeah, but I mean...
Stop lying.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm the type of person that if I like let's say I was on the verge of retirement, right? I feel like, yeah, I'll be excited for retirement, but maybe like 2-3 months in, I feel like I have to do something. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I'm one of those. I feel like if I don't work or do something, then what am I doing? you know?
No, that's I'm complete opposite. I'm like, all right, nothing? Fucking great. I'll be over here if you need me, eating, chilling, relaxing.
Facts.
Just being. So,
no, I hear you, bro. But speaking of work, we got a lot on our plate, Primo, because so much has happened in the last, let's just call it 2 weeks in the world of wrestling, man. Like,
2 weeks.
Dios mío.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, we had Saturday night's main event. We had the AEW pay-per-view, PLE rather. We had Raw, we had SmackDown, we had AAA, we had Clash in Italy. We had man, we have just a smorgasbord of stuff that we got to get into, man. That's all right. I mean, I'll let you rock. I'll let you kick off. However you want to kick off, dude. Let's
get it.
All right.
Yeah. Let's get it. Saturday night's main event. Let's go with that one first.
All right.
Yeah. Pull out the book. I'm just gonna give my grade up front. I felt like it was a 6, my guy. It was a tough watch for me simply because there was just a lot of things that I either didn't care about in the moment or there were a lot of things that were happening in certain matches that were just taking me out of the moment. And I was just like really disappointed. I was like, wow. I mean, on paper, all these matches looked incredible, but you know, once you see the actual like presentation of everything, and then it doesn't help that I happened to watch that week's episode of AAA, and that 1 hour episode was way more interesting than this, you know, PLE. So I was a little bummed out. What did you feel the same way or not?
Yeah, no, I was not impressed at all with Saturday night's main event. The only thing, I mean, because even when I'm looking at the lineup card that we have now, the only match that I was truly looking forward to was Penta.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was kind of down to see the Profits, you know, just see how that went. But for me, it was all Penta. So because the other matches truly didn't really matter to me. So I feel like I wasn't expecting much, and I'm glad I wasn't, because it kind of underwhelmed me. I'm not a big fan of it. But I mean, the Penta had a great match. Him and Ethan Page put on a hell of a show. You know, the Profits and Vision, solid enough. Becky Lynch, Oruka, good. I mean, yeah, it was yeah. Once again, to your point, didn't move anything.
Nah, bro. Nah, and it's funny that you say that that the Penta match was good because when I saw it, maybe it was the choppy internet on the boat, but I just felt like there was just too much. I don't know if telegraphing is the right word for this,
Mhm.
but it's almost like they were just not on the
Th
same page,
there were a couple points where it did look like Penta was waiting for Ethan Page to do something.
and vice
Like
versa.
like
A
he was like,
lot of it.
"Okay, good," like, "Come on in," like, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, technically then I guess maybe not so much. Like, I just was talking about, I mean, the storyline for it, I was like, "Okay, this makes sense, this makes sense, this makes sense." Ethan Page trying to, cheat to win and outdoes himself in the end makes sense. Okay, fine. Got it. Doesn't cost Penta anything, doesn't cost Ethan Page anything. He can afford to take the hell here.
Yeah. Yeah. But all right, let's just jump into it. Let's go down the list. Let's discuss. And I'm pretty sure I feel like we were wrong about a lot of things or
We're
right about a lot
wrong.
of things.
Bong, 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 bong.
Yeah. So what do we start off with first on the notebook?
Jade, and Beechin.
Yeah. Versus the best friends in Rio. Yeah.
Yeah. Winner there was, what, it was Jade and Beechin, right? Yeah.
Yep.
We both picked the Jade, so
Oh,
we're good. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well,
yeah.
simply because you had to give the moment to Jade so that way when she gets beat at Clash, it makes sense. So
Which, yeah, exactly.
which
Then we
right.
go to the team, the women's tag belts, the nonsense, and and the irresistible forces.
Oh,
Um,
I thought the irresistible forces were the nonsense. I was
no,
like, oh,
Paige and Rebellas, and there, you got that one right because you picked nonsense.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, Becky Lynch, Soruka, we both went Lynch, so we both got the win there.
yeah.
Uh, Profits, Vision, we both went Profits, and Vision won.
Hmm.
Now, to chicanery and tomfoolery because Braun Breaker got involved, Paul Heyman got involved. Because at one point Montez Ford had the match won, and Heyman put I think it was Logan Paul's leg up on the apron. Well, no, it
Yeah,
was Austin Theory because Paul had gotten taken out by Dawkins, which resulted in him tearing a tricep.
yeah,
Bang, Logan Paul on the shelf.
yeah. Which
That's
sucks.
probably the biggest takeaway from Saturday night's main event. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's actually huge because I completely forgot about that when we were having this pre-show conversation until literally just now.
Yeah,
Like, just now, dude. Holy cow. Yeah, that's the biggest takeaway from that, and that's a damn shame.
yeah,
I'm not a Logan Paul guy, but you hate to see somebody get hurt. You always hate to see somebody get hurt. It just sucks. And a torn tricep, that sounds like it could take a while.
yeah.
And then we had Penta versus Ethan Page, and Penta got the win there. We both got those right.
No,
So you were only wrong on one, and I was wrong on two. But we actually did all right.
oh,
I
nice.
mean,
Okay.
this was you didn't expect really anything, just because it was Saturday's main event, and you're walking into a couple of big things here, especially with Italy coming up. So yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
overall, yeah. I mean, D, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Like
yeah,
a 5, 6. Yeah, 6.
I was
What did I
actually,
say? I said a 5 or I think I gave it a 6. It was just
yeah, about a 6.5. Hey man, whatever.
yeah.
Didn't move it.
Right, right. But then we get Double or Nothing. Just quick mentions on that. Incredible matches that Sunday. First of all, uh, to have Edge and Christian open up the show with FTR in an I Quit match with flaming tables and like spiked bats.
Flaming tables.
Like, what a way.
Oh,
Yeah. Bro, it
Thunderdome.
was so good. It was
Yeah.
so good, man. These guys, because like they still got it. FTR is truly one of the best tag teams in the world right now. And it's just really what's really sad is that no, it's not sad. It's a great thing actually for the world of wrestling. But
Okay.
I'm just saying it's sad for fans like us to finally give AEW the attention that they deserved
Mhm.
because usually the PLEs or the pay-per-views rather are always like home runs, usually. The only one caveat is that they're just too long.
Right.
But the last couple of pay-per-views, even if they are long, the flow of every match, the flow of the way everything goes throughout the card, throughout the evening.
Mhm.
They figured it out. And now a 3-4 hour pay-per-view doesn't feel like 3 or 4 hours anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they did such a tremendous job with that. I mean, Swerve versus Bandito,
Love
incredible
Swerve.
match.
Love
Like,
Swerve.
yeah, like incredible. MJF and Darby Allin, the main event for MJF to get the championship again for the third time, being a 3-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Right.
I mean, the whole thing was such a great watch. Anybody listening, please, if you haven't already, please just go back. If you just enjoy, you know, pure wrestling and just fun, they figured it out finally. So shout outs
But
to them.
where can you watch that now without having to like pay down on HBO Max?
Yeah, DM us and we'll send you some links.
DM us. I'll send you some links. Why don't you send them to me? I'm over here dying, man.
I do, bro. I've said it to you plenty of times. You just gotta save them, bro.
There's a save feature on phones?
Oh, gosh. Es un viejo. That's what you are,
God
viejo.
damn again, man. Screw you, man.
But I ain't gonna
Whippersnapper.
lie though, in that video that Arielita put out, shout outs to Arielita,
Mhm.
you look mad young, bro. I was like, look at this guy. He's like he just turned 30, this guy. Look at him.
Sitting in the sun in my Randy Orton hat, hey man, good skin, good skin. A lot of moisturizer, just kind of
Yeah, it works.
cake it on there. But thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go back to WWE. We go to Monday Night Raw. I mean, this was okay.
I liked Raw.
Yeah.
I liked Raw. I liked what they did. They had a couple good storyline setups.
See.
I like the Montez Ford Seth Rollins beef that comes to the match. The guy gets Dawkins hurt, and now Tez is like, all right, maybe we do kind of need to work together. I thought that was cool. I'm like, great, we're building a storyline. We're using Rollins and we're using the younger guys. We're using the Prophets. Good, let's do this.
That was well
I
done.
like this. Then you get Penta with because Javon Evans. You get Javon Evans starting to get a little agitated. You start
Yeah.
to see possibly, this little bouncy thing is been fun, but maybe it's time to start taking him in a different direction.
Yeah.
I thought that was well done. I was like, okay, all right, I'm mad at this. Then, then Penta has to, he challenges Mysterio. Here comes Ethan Page. I want a rematch. He deserved one. Then Rusev comes in. Bang, we got a match later.
Well
Ray
done.
versus Rusev.
Yep.
Like, I'm like, all right, okay. I am not mad at Raw. Like I said, I watched it. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Like I'm not annoyed with anything that happened here. I mean, except for I think the end, the Vision, right? Because I think the Vision was they took over at the end for something. But
Yeah. Austin Theory was doing a lot of attacks and stuff, and then we got clarification that the Vision is gonna do the Freebird rule, and they're gonna be able to interchange, tag partners. And
well, because that was the contract or the clause that Heyman put in the contract that the Vision will defend. So it could be any two members of the Vision. So it looks like it's Braun Breaker and Austin Theory.
Yeah, to your point, I agree. It was a solid episode. I gave it a 7. Everything felt organic as far as like story buildup and just kind of leaving you curious to see what's going to happen next. I did see something online though that you know how wrestling fans are. They just, put up hysterical things, and this kept resurfacing on my feed of like, oh, Triple H is about to lock in when AEW just had a home run of a pay-per-view. And I could see that, because if that event was sold out and was all like talked about since the moment it happened all the way through the rest of the week, Triple H had to have heard that. And he's like, you know what? We need to clean up, because if not, we can't sit here and say we're the best and not deliver the best. You know what I'm saying? So at that point in time, I thought that, yes, Monday Night Raw was solid. What did you give it?
I'm gonna give it an 8. Like because I think the writing on this episode is better than the writing has been in quite some time. In quite some time. And we were on the road to WrestleMania not too long ago. And I think this episode, like I said, I was not mad at it. When's the last time you remember me being like, I like the episode?
Never.
Like usually I'm like, never.
You're like,
never.
Man. It's always like, man.
Never. Like I was like, no, okay, well done. Like, no, this is solid. This is solid 8. Like I said, it was maybe A5, but like it was good.
Yeah.
Like I said, the way they used the storylines, they started doing new things. I dug it. I thought it was well done. You know, especially coming off of a very underwhelming Saturday Night's main event. So
Yeah.
they needed it, and I think they got it with this one. Now,
Yeah.
following SmackDown,
Yeah.
sorry,
No, but you're right, because all right, let's just jump into SmackDown. SmackDown, typical going home episode. It's like you set up the stuff for Rhea and Jade. You give Jade another, standing moment over Rhea. So now you're like, okay, she's definitely gonna lose
yeah, no, that's got to
Clash.
take the L. Yep.
Like to your rule, right? Because ever since you put that in my head, it's like
You start noticing that, right?
yeah, whoever has the standing tall moment the night before, they usually end up losing. It's almost like the same rule of like whoever sets up the table usually ends up going through the table,
Going
right?
through said table, yeah, of course.
Yeah, same concept. I'm over like Sami Zayn getting in Cody's face, like, shut up. Like, oh, you know what? He was like tripping up. He was just like, yeah, you know what? You should be worried about me. And da-da-da-da. It's like, shut up, bro. Nobody cares. Go do something else.
Man.
But I mean, in such major confusion with like, Damian Priest and Royce Keys, and then like this whole tag thing, it's like everything's just such a mess that it's just not even entertaining to watch. I miss Drew McIntyre. You know what I mean? Like I miss like some heavy hitters on that group. I miss the rest of the MFTs. Like bro, I even miss the Wyatts at this point, bro, because at least on SmackDown, it gave that ability of like anything could happen. But now it's just like we have a stacked roster of superstars for SmackDown. And I just feel like we're just not using them correctly at all. What did you think?
I was not a fan of SmackDown at all, and I think I agree with you. It was just it's the going home episode, so you understand that nothing major is going to happen. That you're just kind of pushing along everything until we get to the following night, so we can get or day or whatever, because it was day here, whatever. So you're also not looking to risk injury on anybody. You have the show coming up. Like you can't do that. You can't afford to do that. So yeah, it was formulaic and kind of just whatever. I think SmackDown, especially in these episodes, needs to do a better job of utilizing their talent more. Maybe we should have gotten more Trick Williams. Some Carmelo Hayes, loving like some, I don't know. It was whatever. Sami Zayn is definitely getting annoying. And it was kind of a bummer that he keeps inserting himself and talking about this, because then when you sit there and you think about it, you're like, well, is Cody really going to lose to Gunther? And, or is this Sami Zayn thing like, okay, now it's going to be for the belt. So now we're going to see what happens to Sami Zayn. It sounds like, are we looking through Gunther now for the guy who we've had retire?
Right.
3 people?
Yeah.
All right. Goldberg, AJ, and Cena.
Right. And he made a point to say that in their promo. And then that's the other thing too, like the whole Cody, I'm easy to find, hard to beat. Like I hate that new catchphrase. Get out of my face with that, bro. Like, lose the belt already, dude.
Oh man, no man. I can't wait to just keep saying that every episode I'm gonna work it in.
Oh no, please don't. Please don't. But you did mention Trick Williams really quickly. Just to circle back, Trick Williams and LA Knight have both declared themselves for the King of the Ring tournament, which it was funny because when LA Knight did it, I was like, who cares? But when Trick Williams did it, I was like, ooh, this might be fun, but I don't think he's gonna win it. But
no. Well, have you seen the brackets?
No, I didn't get a chance to see the brackets yet.
No, man. They had them on the post show here. Well, I'll bring them up while we continue conversing.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we now? We are SmackDown was crap.
Yeah, give it a 5.
Yeah, 5. Great. That sounds about right.
Yes. All right. And then let's blow through Clash in Italy and then talk about the amazing. No, let me tell you why. Because the amazing Triple A Noches de los Grandes. It wasn't even a pay-per-view or a PLE. It was a free watch on YouTube.
So good.
WrestleMania level
It was
booking, my
so good.
guy.
It was so good.
So good. But yes, let's go through Clash. Okay,
It
so
was so good.
we have the first match of the evening, which big surprise, Cody versus Gunther. I guess since they're still doing this first hour free, freebie ESPN, that was the
Yes.
way to hook people. But what a snooze, bro. It was such a boring match. And I'm a Gunther guy, bro.
Yeah,
I love
yeah, yeah.
Gunther. And I was falling asleep halfway through. I got super pissed when I saw that Gunther's leg was under the rope. And I was like,
Mhm.
that shouldn't have happened. Was this a mistake? And obviously they're setting up for something later. But I was like, bro, this sucked. This is whack. I didn't like it. What did you think?
Eh, I mean, yeah, it was very underwhelming, and it stinks because I like to hate on Gunther, but to your point, Cody, like, all right, man, like, come on, I need you to switch it up. I need some fire. I need something, and that the catchphrase is very annoying. I'm glad you said it because I'm like, oh God, all
Yeah,
right,
dude.
fine. Like, so
And the worst part is like they've had bangers before. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like they've
Mhm.
had like the King of the Ring tournament when they fought each other. It was
Right.
that was a clinic. That was a classic. Their extended times both times at the Rumble when they were the
Right.
last two competitors. Like that alone was a match and was incredible. But this was just like, ugh, bro. I
Yeah.
was not happy. No,
And for the free hour to try and hook everybody
not the
using
way
the
to do it.
champion and using a great Gunther's a fantastic wrestler. He's a great technical wrestler. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was yeah, I mean, I don't know. So far I mean, it was probably the low match of the night overall,
Yeah.
you know? Well,
Yeah.
let's keep going through it, and then we'll see if we can find one worse.
Yeah. Next we get Rhea versus Jade. Surprised
Uh,
that this was second. Did enjoy it. I did read a lot of the comments online saying that, oh, Jade has finally proven herself to be like not as green or whatever, and like that she looked really good in the match. I mean, maybe for the 2/3, like, later in the match, but in the
mhm,
beginning, there were definitely hiccups. I mean, if you watch in the beginning when they were
mhm,
outside of the ring and she's, like, trying to grab Rhea's arm and she's like, "Wait, am I gonna turn you? Am I gonna do this? No, no, I'm gonna pick you up," and it was, like, awkward, but then
mhm,
she finally did find her groove. I
mhm,
wouldn't go as far as saying, like, "Oh, yeah, she's improved, like, superstar of the year."
mhm,
No, she still needs a little bit of work, but it's a lot
right,
better than it has been in the past, but, this match was okay for me too. Again, not the best way to grab me for the first hour if you're trying
mhm.
to convince me to pay money to subscribe to ESPN to watch this. So,
Yeah, no, this was, yeah, snooze fest too. I would say bathroom sandwich, but,
not
we
even.
know the visual there.
More
No,
so
I
like
look
a food run. Like you would
yeah,
actually leave to go
yeah,
get
like,
food and come back just so you could miss it.
just like it was no, it was fine. They're solid performers. To the whatever person's credit that you saw about that. Has she improved? Yes. Is it a vast improvement? She should be better as long as she's been doing it.
Yeah.
Like I understand that AEW is not WWE, and especially when she was over there, they were still, not nearly as established as they currently are, and have been, settling into now in the past couple of years. So I get it, but yeah, it was okay.
Uh-huh.
Once again, it was nothing major. You knew, Rhea's gonna win. She's not losing the belt. Like that soon after winning it, not gonna happen. So yeah, fine.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this one was a surprise to me. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh no,
Uh,
you knew this was gonna happen, man.
well, the way that it happened, right? Like circling back to Monday Night Raw, I forgot to mention this. I did enjoy the Brock Lesnar video promo because this whole thing about waking up the beast, that's what Obafemi did, and I'm gonna go to Italy and I'm gonna crush you and da 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 da. Like that promo definitely added a depth of layer to this round two of a match. because Brock Lesnar did go in there to clean up shop, and he did. Shout outs to Obafemi for trying to survive, but I liked it from a storyline perspective. I liked it because I've been telling you for the longest after that match and how he's been going through people and how he destroyed the Garzas and stuff like that. I was like, this dude needs to be humbled. Yeah, I think he's getting a little bit out of control. Just it's one thing for somebody to come up and challenge you to a fight. It's another thing to bully people into a match. And this was, karma for that. And I was happy with it. Now, Brock at the end of the match does say that makes us 1-1. That tells me that we're going to have a Brock Oba 3 at some point, maybe SummerSlam, maybe later. But that one needs to be like a home run. Like people need to be bleeding. People need to be left for dead, because that's the only way you will solidify Obafemi as the true monster, by slaying the old guard, the old monster under the bridge, or whatever, however you want to say it. Thoughts?
Monster under the bridge, the troll, whatever
The
lives
troll,
under
right?
the bridge, whatever. Yeah. No, had we had the conversation and the prediction episode on this, I would have gone Brock Lesnar. He's not losing back to back, because then you can't have a third match.
Right.
You didn't have him fake retire to come back in and then have all of a sudden unretire, and then no. And you needed to and it needed to happen kind of in the manner in which Oba beat him decisively. So I think to open up with 3 quick F5s before Oba even knew what was happening was great, because now he's stunned, he's out of it. Now he's beatable, and he was, and he got. And they had, of course, a match after that. It's not like they just did 3 F5s and it was done or whatever. I think he totaled 6 on him, 7 all day,
7 total.
7 total. Like, so. This was solid. And I'm not a Brock Lesnar guy, but this is exactly what it's supposed to be. Now Brock was supposed to win a decisive one. He has.
Yeah.
Now we go to the rubber match. And to your point, this is where now Obafemi needs to just, and whether or not it's a close win, this is the match that has to go on pinfall, like just so many damn times. You never know who's gonna win, and then it needs to go to Oba.
Yeah.
But so I wasn't mad at this. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I don't care for Brock Lesnar, but I love Oba that much. So I was like, okay, and it makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree, brother. I agree. Entonces, next we get the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. I was very upset with this because although
What?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because
All you do is shit on Becky Lynch.
I do, right. But here's my problem. I don't like up and coming superstars to get a quick push unless they've truly earned their place in the main roster. And the reason why I have a problem with this is because if you recall, from the moment that Sol Ruca has come to the main roster to this point, she is 0-4. She is 0-4 against Becky. So you put the championship belt on somebody who's 0-4. So what does that say about Becky? You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're looking at the stats and if you're looking at the way this was done, now granted, 2 she lost, fair, and then the others were because
the most recent 2 were chicanery and tomfoolery.
Right.
But that's the whole point of the storytelling. That's why 0-4 doesn't really matter as much, because 2 of them don't really count.
Right.
So,
but I'm just too soon. I would have wanted this to be a clean win for Becky. Ruca is down on herself, and she's like, you know what? I got to build myself back up, and then from now until SummerSlam, beat every single female wrestler on the roster, make yourself the number 1 contender, earn it, and beat the crap out of her. Kind of like a Maxine Dupree, but better. Do it in a better way, right? Because that's what she did, right? She went back to training. She beat the crap out of everybody. She was a beast, and it was believable when she took it off Becky the first time. You know what I mean? So it was so that was my issue. What'd you think?
I mean, I thought it was fine. I was like, okay, great, because you strapped it on Braun Breaker like a week after he was in. Like you do this all the time with guys. You put it on Trick Williams.
Well, Trick Williams was TNA champion, NXT champion, like
You
that.
still as soon as he got there, you said per your words, you haven't established yourself on the roster for a long time. So this is
But he came in established. That's different. So Ruka,
listen, they've been using her for a while. When they made all these clubs, it was Javon Evans, it was Obafemi, it was Trick, and it was and her. And two of the guys already. I mean, Oba's headlining with Brock Lesnar. Trick's got a belt. Javon Evans is in the works, but he always gets a pop where he goes. So you have to spread the love. This is I don't mind this at all. And I think good on Becky for doing it, trying to further it along. Now you definitely get another match going, and then you see where you go from there. But so Ruka gets to get a little work in with Becky, see how she is as a top tier star. Can she carry this? Can she do the promo work? Can she do these things that she needs to do that Maxine Dupree didn't do or didn't come across doing as well?
Fair.
You're giving them a chance. It's easier with the women because they don't get as much time and there's less of them. So it's easier to give the new face the chance because they're not buried under 65 other people where, you have to get through Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and this and that, all these names. So I'm not mad at it all. And I think I'm glad that Becky did it. I'm like, cool, you know what? Fine. Like you got to move the belt somewhere. Not necessarily hot potato, but you got to move the belt somewhere along here and there. So I'm not mad with this at all because it gives Becky a chance to do something else. You can continue the storyline, and Becky's a great heel. So let's do it.
Okay, fair enough. I like it. Then we get the main event: WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu, Tribal Combat. Here's what I got to say about this, and I told my buddy Evan this. I told everybody that's watched both these matches, this one and the Mascara versus Mascara match. I will say this: the Roman Reigns Jacob Fatu match was 25 minutes long after the intros, and it felt like 45 minutes or an hour. It felt really long.
Right.
Mascara versus Mascara was a 45-minute legitimate match, and it felt like 20 minutes because it was so action-packed, but we'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm.
So my only issue with this was like for a lengthy match like this and for Jacob at the end to sell that, any hits that you throw at him, he's just going to shake it off for him to lose like that. I wasn't a big fan. I wanted Jacob to take the win. I wanted it because how do you set up the promo on Monday about like, well, if I win and everything's going to be all good, but if Jacob wins, you're going to need all the help that you could get. So it's like, how do you set that up of like, oh, so if he wins, the kingdom will be on fire. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's going to happen when that happens? Let's find out. Let Jacob win so we could find out as fans if the world will explode or not. But you took that away from the fans by giving it back to Roman. So I didn't like that piece. If that wasn't said on Monday, then I would have been fine with Roman winning. But that was my issue. But what did you think?
I mean, Roman had to win. You can't take the belt off it too soon.
But hot potato, baby.
No, they don't hot potato it. I know you like hot potato, but no. When it comes to that belt, you're not going to play hot potato, especially with Roman Reigns holding it. Anybody else in the world, literally anybody else in the world, would lose that belt before Roman Reigns does. So this is not going to happen. Jacob Fatu is not ready to be the champion. It's not. They have to groom him. There's a lot of stuff they need to do. They're putting in the time and the work now to get to that, to see if they get to that level. He's not ready to be the guy yet. So I get why they did it. It did feel like it was a long match, but I think the Fatu adrenaline rush, it's like when Hogan would, Hulk out, and then Hogan would lose occasionally, and you're like, oh, whatever, Hulk out my ass. It's kind of same thing with Fatu, like the adrenaline hit you, and then you hit in the face, and you're like, oh, adrenaline. That means nothing.
And he ate that table, bro. You saw how he fell over the table.
Like folded.
It was good.
But yeah, so I think this, I mean, if there was one match where you were going to be like, which one are you guaranteeing me is going to be the winner? I would have been this one. There's no way Roman Reigns is losing to Jacob Fatu right now. I'm not even saying in the near future. This would have to be down the road, like a year down the road.
Yeah.
If it were to happen.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice to have like a situation where
absolutely it would have been nice. I'm sorry. Let me not. I'm not trying to shit on anything. Yeah, that would have been cool. It would have been, yes.
Yeah.
But cool and nice while great for the fans doesn't pay TKO bills.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because this sets up Roman and Cody for their clash at, what is it? Clash of Champions, Crown Jewel, King of the Ring tournament. I don't know, but it's the best of the best.
I think it's Crown Jewel when they go against each other, or no, it's Clash of Champions. Because the Crown Jewel they go against each other anyway. And whatever, man. Whatever.
Exactly.
but so I got the King of the Ring thing.
Yes.
So now they're gonna do 4 fatal 4-way dances. Ooh, fatal 4. So the first one is gonna be Obafemi versus Penta versus Solo versus Carmelo Hayes.
Oh my gosh. Oba wins that one.
The next one, which is the bracket underneath them, so the winner of that is going to fight the winner of this, is Dirty Dom versus Braun Breaker versus Trick Williams versus Damian Priest.
That's gross. These matches are ridiculous.
So then you get to the other side, where the top is Seth Rollins versus Javon Evans versus Tala Tonga versus Ricky Saints. And then the bottom of that bracket is Jey Uso, Finn Balor, La Noche, and Royce Keys.
Whoa, dude, that is rough. That is rough, man.
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. And then now let me see if I can find the women's one, because here's the women's one. The women's one is, all right, so first round, Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green. Then they take on the winner of they take on the winner of this one. Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill. The other side, you get Roxanne Perez versus Io Sky versus Julia versus Lash Legend. And the bottom of that bracket is Bailey versus Raquel Rodriguez versus JC Jane versus Kiana James.
Yeah, they all sound amazing. But why is Liv in the mix? She's champion.
For Queen of the Ring? I don't know.
Right, but isn't the point gets you a title shot for, you know what I mean? So it's like, why would she?
Maybe she's going to get both belts.
Oh, gosh. Maybe that's a typo. I don't know. We'll double check it. But that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean that's a typo? They got her face on the thing, man. It's in the poster. It's like, they literally gave you a picture breakdown of her like smiling. Typo.
It's AI, bro. It's AI. That's what that is. But
it was funny because I was looking around on YouTube, and they were like post show for Clash, and I was like, let me see what's going on. And then I saw that they had. I was like, oh, let me see this. So I didn't know if you'd seen it already, so I'm glad I brought it up.
I was pissed because as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm done. Click. Got other stuff to do. You know, packages to set up for our Primo hats that have been ordered. Thank you everybody for ordering. They will be sending. I'll be sending them out tomorrow, so you should be getting them by the end of the week. So muchas gracias, Primos. But the thing that I really been wanting to talk about, because everything else was blah, is Noche de los Grandes. I give it a straight up 9 because everything that happened on that show was incredible. The one thing that I had like a problem with, but they saved it with like tremendous storytelling, because I think that's what Undertaker gets. Undertaker understands that simplicity is everything. And you don't need a montage or this or that or anything to like get a point across. But what they did here with between the War Raiders and Psycho Clown and Pagano, obviously War Raiders are the new AAA tag champions.
Yep.
The reason why I have a problem with this is because I don't like it when outsiders, meaning people that are not of the AAA brand, are champions. I don't like that because it's like, bro, they're not AAA, they're WWE, so why are they champions? But okay, whatever. But once the match is over, you understand it's because Pagano and Psycho Clown have been fighting, so they break up at the end of that, and then when the War Raiders come back to beat the crap out of Psycho Clown, Pagano turns around, looks, and turns back around and walk away. And the most simplistic of storytelling ever, and it was perfect. It was perfect. So it was still salvageable, still an incredible match. We opened up the night with Rey Fenix and Laredo Kid. As the previous weekend, Laredo Kid turns heel by cheating in that match to retain the championship. But in this case, Rey Fenix was ready for him, blocked the low blow, and ultimately getting the win, getting the championship back that he never lost. But what a clinic. I'm such a fan of the DDT Destroyer, the Mexican DDT Destroyer. Have you seen that thing? Incredible. So good. Loved it. Loved every bit of that. Before I move on, those two matches and comments before we move on to the next one.
Okay. The first one, the tag match. This was probably my least favorite of the night, but it was still good. Like,
so good.
To your point. Like, and I was like, really, the War Raiders? And then when he turned on him, and I said, okay, you got to put on someone. And I guess for the War Raiders, and I feel bad saying this, especially because it is the Hispanic brand, but kind of like NXT, I figure they're sending them down. It's the minor leagues. Polish your stuff up, get where you need to get. We'll call you back up. We'll see how you do. So you move them down there, you put the belt on them. Give them a chance to shine there a little bit, see how they take, see how they work with other guys. Give it a shot. So I understand it. Like I said, probably my least favorite, but I got
still
it.
Solid.
Okay. The Rey Fenix match, and I love Rey Fenix, and Laredo Kid's great, and this was a great match. I was annoyed, and this is when you say that storytelling is great. I was annoyed with two matches here, and this was one of them, because a week ago you ran the same racket with Ethan Page taking the turnbuckle off and it costing him, and now when he's facing his brother, his fucking brother, you're running that same nonsense with Laredo Kid where he takes the turnbuckle off and then he ends up having to eat it. Like, come on. This was a great match. I need two stud superstars here that you could use, and you gave me the same ending you gave me a week ago. Come on. That's what bothered me there. And this is why it was a great show, but I'm not over the moon with it, because it was a great show, but I'm like, I didn't like that. You gave it to me last week.
Yeah, I mean, you gave the match last week too. I mean, but it was still good. I mean, that's why I was just like, Ray had to get his moment,
No, I understand that, and you had the match last week. But this was going to be the clean win. Great, cool, clean win. But or even if he had to technically cheat to win, because he did throw him into the turnbuckle that was exposed, so technically he did, but he didn't know he was doing whatever. Then do it in a different way. You just did it last week. You ran the gag last week. You don't run the same gag. You run a new gag. That's how this works.
Fair assessment. I like that.
This is what got me, and I said it was a great show. But the reason I'm not like, yo, man, this was absolutely fantastic, because I was like, man, you could have finished that better. Could have.
Yeah. Okay, I see it. I'm replaying it. I was like, you're right. Yeah, it's like, if you're gonna try something different, well, I mean, if that's your argument, right? Before we truly fast forward to this part of the night, then the same thing could be said about Mascara versus Mascara, because the reason why it was so good.
That was the other match that got me.
Yeah, because that's literally Cody Roman WrestleMania. That was literally the same thing, but it was amazing.
I didn't say it wasn't. Once again, I loved this PLE. And I'm glad you saw right through. I'm glad you know me the way you do, because because I said I went, this is fucking Cody's Roman again. I was like, oh, come on, this has been a great show, and this was the first match and the last match.
Yeah.
So you gave me a replay sandwich. That's what you gave me. You know,
or you gave me a hit of happy dopamine, of like nostalgia and happiness, because that's what I bro, I saw that match 5 times today, bro. Like, it was so good.
Listen, it was a very good match, and I'm not taking anything away. Both great athletes. They're both fantastic. But once again, annoyed because it felt lazy.
Okay.
We've done it. You've done it. And don't make it so blatant. Like blatant. Like try to switch something up. Switch up the order in which you have the Usos / the whatever, the douche
Americanos.
brothers that are the Spanish guys, you know. Whatever. Like, I was like, oh, come on. Like, once again, run a different gag. Or if you're trying to run the same gag because it's been a while, then you got to switch something up. And I get it. It's tough because you can only do but so many things. There's only so many options in the world that you can run with. I get it. I get I'm nitpicking. But I just feel like these great matches, had they just had a little bit of a difference, we're talking completely different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this was a great show, and these athletes are amazing.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that match. But then we get El Hijo de Wagner, Dr. Wagner Jr. versus El Hijo de Vikingo. A lot of hijos in this match.
Hijo tu madre.
But solid match. They had to give Vikingo something because obviously
he's been taking L's like, woo, man. Damn, poor Vikingo.
But it was well done because with Mini Vikingo coming out, and then his crew, Omas coming and everything else, it was a nicely done match. So no problems there. But let's go back to Mascara versus Mascara, the main event, right? Because although you're right, we did see right through it. It was Roman Cody all over again. That same vibe, that same energy. What this did for Gable though, and for Kaiser, I mean, if WWE doesn't do anything more with these guys beyond this point, I feel like we wasted them. Because think about it, right? Chad Gable came in that arena and was booed out. Like it was so loud. If he would have won, he wouldn't have gotten out of there alive, because that's how much the Mexican people hated him. La gente hated him. But then to put on the performance that he did, and then take off the mask at the end, and everybody chanting, "Thank you, Gable," to have that power to switch from one side to the other and within 45 minutes, that is an incredible feat. And if they don't launch Chad Gable to the IC belt by SummerSlam, because remember, this whole journey was for him to beat up luchadors, and who's the luchador that has the IC title? Penta. You gotta that's the logical route there. Right. Shout outs to Vigilante for putting that out there on social media, because he's absolutely right. That is the route to go.
Yeah.
And then with Kaiser now staying as El Grande Americano, like, I don't know what they're gonna do there, because do they leave him in Mexico? Does he still come back to Monday Night Raw? Like, what happens there? So it's just that's what I can't wait to see. What do you think?
All right. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because you don't want to have to deal with real life politics and shit like this. But when Kaiser got arrested, and then you read for what, it was almost kind of like he was defending his Hispanic girlfriend. Like, the Latinos are going to love this dude, so he has to win this match. He has to win this match. Like, in front of todo gente, in front of everyone, bro, he had to win this match. Kudos to Gable for, I mean, not just the great performance, but the show at the end. when he sat there and in Spanish, mi nombre es Chad Gable, he gave his birthday and where he's from and all that stuff. Like, kudos to him. I thought that was well done. I thought it was really, beautiful moment, with his wife and his kids in the ring. And you could see that, on Kaiser, he was taken aback by it. Like, it was really, really well done. Like, kudos to Triple A for doing this. It was absolutely great. Once again, which is why I'm bothered that this is the Cody thing again. Like, but to your point, now you have to do something with it. I think for now you leave Kaiser down for a little bit
to cool off.
Let him run down there for a little bit. Let him, get some tick down there, get a run, get another feud or two. But you bring Gable up. You bring Gable up now, tomorrow, whenever the next episode is. Bang, he's back. So yeah, I agree with you, man. It's great, well done, and I think I thought that was beautiful at the end the way it went. It's nice to see the Gable, finally got out of this gimmick that he started quite some time ago. The only bummer is that, like, even though you knew it was Gable, like, his mask ripped so bad in the match that halfway through you're like, well, I can tell that's Gable, man.
Like, no, but I love how Corey Graves was like, "Is that Chad Gable?" like, what? Really?
Like, oh man, damn, good call.
but you know what? You said something interesting, and we'll wrap up with this thought. If you leave Kaiser down in Triple A for a little bit, then the logical trajectory there is to rehash that connection to Dominic. Because remember, they were helping each other out on Raw when they were doing stuff in the Judgment Day and helping each other out. So now you have Kaiser go for the Triple A Mega Championship at Triple Mania, which, by the way, did you see announced for September 11th in Vegas for night 1? And then the night 2 is going to be in Mexico. Pero that's the logical trajectory there.
I mean, one would assume, because he's hot right now after putting on that match and that show. Yeah, man.
Clinic, bro. Cinema.
No, that was
classic.
It was a great match. It was a great match. Like I said, I was just in the essence of me nitpicking, and especially now because we do this. So, and because I have been watching since I was 4 and I'm 46. So 42 years of watching wrestling, I pick things apart now because I feel like I have seen a lot of it. And I'm not trying to be an ass. It's just like, once again, for me, and this is just, I'm only speaking for me. If 2 things were different in those matches, man, I'm giving this a 10.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving it a 9. I'm giving it because it was great. I was just annoyed at those storytelling aspects.
Yeah. Yeah, but that, like you said, that was just the nitpicking part of our brain. But you're right. I mean, still a solid watch, and I still can't wait to see the tag match for next week, which is Las Tóxicas and Bailey, Lola, and La Catalina. So that's going to be good too.
Be great. Be great. Next Saturday, YouTube, WWE YouTube channel.
Yeah, brother. Bueno, primo, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to thank all of our primos and primas, our listeners, for rolling with us, for hanging with us, for listening to us, for watching us, for liking and subscribing, everything that we've been putting on, all social media platforms. Thank you to our man on the street, Javi. He's been getting rave reviews for his mini interviews that he's been pulling on with wrestlers and fans alike, and basically the team that we have built behind the scenes that sooner or later we will reveal later on once we establish everything. But we're making moves. Things are moving forward. Last time I checked on IG, we are at 1,600 followers, which is a huge accomplishment for us because we are excited to just have you guys watch and listen and like, and just hit us up. Hit us up for if you guys want to talk to us, you guys want to bring up a topic, whatever it is. You could do all this and find us where, Primo? Where? I know it was long. Where can they find us?
Primosforlife.com. When you get there, take a look. It's got episodes. It tells you all the platforms that we're on. When you get to the platform, smash the follow, the like, the notifications, all of it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're at 1,600. I would have never thought we would have got past, our 5 Primos, like our actual Primos, like our blood Primos.
Right.
I figured we would have maxed out there. We're at 1,600. And that's all because of you guys. Muchísimas gracias. We couldn't do this without you. Son especiales. Te debemos todo. I can't even, it's insane. So please stay on there. Contact us, reach out, let's converse, listen, please. We want to keep going. It's a great ride. It's always better when we know you're on it with us. That being said, all I can do at this point is say what I normally do at this point. We will see you when we see you.
Yeah, we will see you when we see you. Go Knicks.
Go Knicks. Buenas noches.